Hey guys, we're a spectacular trio.
Trio.
Sorry that Wade's not here. We couldn't get it to where he could be here. Timing was all off. But thank you for joining us for first episode of season two.
Two.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, how are you guys today?
We're good.
That's good. That's good.
So Donovan, you
Yeah.
work with Para Parafrost.
I don't. Well, it's Frost Technologies, and I don't
Yeah.
like work for them. I started it myself.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. I got my like it was just an idea I had where I just wanted to, start my own kind of business. So I did that, and I got my LLC filed for like my state and everything, so it is an official like organization business. So I was pretty proud of that. But yeah, that's what I did recently, like about 2 months ago.
Yeah. I didn't know you started it. I thought you worked for it.
Yeah, no, I started it myself,
Uh,
just as a way to, I guess, fuel my hobby, which is like computers and technology and stuff. I wanted to be able to start something of my own, but with doing something that I like. So that was kind of the motivation for it.
yeah. That's really cool because I'm into computers,
Right.
mainly video game wise. I was checking that out. So,
Yeah, so that's what I tend to like focus on, really, like tech and everything. Like,
mhm.
I would say it started in ninth grade, where I really just got into it, just phone technology and stuff like that, and eventually it evolved into computers and things like that, like laptops and stuff. So what I do for my business is mainly I just kind of I provide a service where I either can build computers for people, so like custom PCs
Mhm.
and stuff. I fix phones, laptops, tablets, like anything somebody would need as far as technology goes. If I'm able to provide that, that's what I do with my business pretty much. And so yeah, and it really just kind of took off as far as me wanting to start it when I built my own computer
Mhm.
after graduation. I can show you guys real quick too.
Yeah, I can tell like there's some glowing going on over there. I'm like, his
So
PC's definitely glowing. Woo!
yeah,
Awesome.
so I built that recently. I actually ended up upgrading it over time, so a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the parts aren't like stock. Um, I just kind of added onto it over the last few months, but that's kind of the finished product for right now
Yeah,
until I add even more onto it. But yeah, so I'm pretty proud of that personally. That was a pretty good accomplishment for me.
yeah,
That's what made
that's
me
pretty
want to
cool, man.
start it. Thanks.
So I can tell that looks like a gaming PC. Are you a gamer too?
Yeah, I am. That's what was my main motivation for building it, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because for a long time, I was using this pre-built computer my mom got me for my birthday at Walmart, like when I was 15, I think. So a few years ago. It actually might have been right, like going right into ninth grade. It was a birthday gift for me, so I got it. And I thought it was like a gaming PC because I saw like certain numbers and specifications where I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's what you need for gaming at this point. But it turned out it wasn't exactly what I thought it was all along, and it was actually pretty underpowered even for the time. Like it just wasn't great. But I did use that for the majority of high school, again up until I graduated, and then once I was like I got some graduation money and stuff from family members, I used that to build my own gaming computer
Mm-hmm.
that's like plenty capable. I can play pretty much everything that comes out at this point at pretty good settings. It is at just regular HD. I'm not doing 4K or anything, but that's mainly because of my graphics card. It was just one that I got that was on the lower end when I built it.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I really need to upgrade, but it can play pretty much anything. Like I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the latest game releases, but like Cyberpunk
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff, I can
yeah.
play Cyberpunk and stuff like that, and like Call of Duty Cold War. I play that at really good settings. I think I have like all the settings all the way up, and I still get above 60 frames per second, which is still
Nice.
really good for a 2020 game.
Yeah.
For what I used to build my computer, I think I spent maybe 600 to 700 total, and I'm playing games like from this year still really great. So it was worth it for me. So that's why I built it, because I'm a gamer and I wanted to get something a little above the level of a PS4 or something like that, but have my own little machine for it. So that's why I did it.
That's really cool. And yeah, I'm a huge gamer as well. So
Oh, really?
I know all about the new games that's been up and coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so what do you play most often?
Call of Duty.
That's my second game that I play. I
Okay.
play Minecraft mainly.
Minecraft,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
What about the Sims?
I haven't played Sims in weeks.
I mean, yeah, I play a little Minecraft too.
Yeah.
I actually was able to use my computer's power to like mod my Minecraft, so it looks a lot better than like base Minecraft and stuff. I have like shader packs and
Nice,
stuff. It
yeah.
looks really, really nice. So
Yeah.
that was cool. That was a good experience to be able to do with my new computer, because before then I definitely wouldn't have been able to. But now that I have my
Yeah.
gaming computer, I'm able to do a lot more with it, even with games like Minecraft and stuff. So
Yeah.
I really like it so far.
For people that don't know, if regular Minecraft is great, but when you get into the like meat of the game, it's all in the mods. It's the
Yeah.
community. Basically build it up to what it is. Because you can get shaders, it makes the game look realistic basically. Texture packs, changes items and everything. And Minecraft can look real life. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
That's that's why I kind of decided to mod it, because even though I don't have like the RTX features or anything, because I don't have an RTX card, I can still make it look pretty good. Not quite like ray tracing, but
I'm pretty sure only a percentage of the world has that.
Yeah, pretty much.
You need NASA computers to run that thing.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the new graphics cards that just came out. Yeah, they can handle it, but it's so hard to get at this point because of the scalping and everything. So, but that probably will be the next card I get if I have to. Like, if let's just say I end up saving an extra 400 or 500, I'll probably get one of those new RTX cards and really take my computer to the next level, because those will be good for like years. And mine,
those are great.
Yeah, my graphics card is already pretty good, like I said, for what I'm able to do on it. But it came out years ago, so that just goes to show how long they really last for what you like, however much you pay for it. Because mine was like 150, and I'm still able to play games from today. So if I go ahead and invest in a $400 or $500 graphics card, that probably goes even more of a long way, like a few years from now. So that's probably the next thing I'll get for it, so I could really take advantage of all different cool features and stuff like the RTX and Minecraft and things like that. I just think it's really cool the way that technology and games are progressing, and that I'll be able to kind of experience it whenever I can make that upgrade to my computer. So yeah,
video games are insane nowadays.
Yeah,
but
they really are.
Yeah, you were saying, so you sell basically whole computers. Are they pre-built? I know you can customize them because I went through there. For people that already have PCs and want to upgrade, but don't want to pay like those massive prices, do you think you guys will ever just sell little prices or like little pieces? Piece by piece?
So
okay.
Definitely that. I feel like if there is like an upgrade path somebody wants to take for their computer, whether it be a processor or a motherboard or anything like that, or let's say somebody does get a pre-built from somewhere else like Walmart or somewhere like that, or NZXT, but they don't necessarily know how to make those upgrades themselves. Like, let's say they want to swap the motherboard and one of their pre-builts. For that, you have to take everything apart, put it back together, put whatever new parts you get. So with that path, I would definitely offer that service. It'd probably be a person by person basis because the main draw of my website is for the computers that I build myself and customize for people. But if somebody did want to go, hey, I just need this upgraded, that upgraded, can you do it for me? I'd probably just do that one service for that person, like a person by person basis, and then just charge them whatever that upgrade would cost, and then obviously some to top off the labor and the time for myself, so I make something on it. But yeah, I definitely probably would do upgrade services and things like that. I actually think I had that on my little list of things to do for my business. I just haven't incorporated it into my website yet, which I'll probably do at some point anyway, since you just brought it
up.
But
I was just thinking about that. I was scrolling through. I'm like, like, since I already have a PC,
right.
So I was just thinking about like for parts.
So. Yeah, for parts, I definitely just do upgrades for people because that's I feel like that's way easier than just either getting a whole new computer or just getting the part yourself but not knowing exactly how to install it and things like that. Like you know, you could obviously look it up, but at the same time, sometimes people just want to get it done. Yeah. So that's
just pray they don't kill their computer.
Yeah, because there's a lot of compatibility things too. Like if somebody has a computer from 2015 and they want a new processor or whatnot, so at that point, I have to decide whether to upgrade them on the platform they're already on, because motherboards have like platforms, which is like the different formats they have, whether it be like for Intel, they have like LGA 1151, 1200, stuff like that. AMD has AM4, AM3, stuff like that. So if somebody's like, okay, I want the best AMD processor out right now, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then I go into their computer and I notice they have an AM3 motherboard, it wouldn't be compatible. So those are the type of things that, like you said, you don't want to just go in and mess up your computer, because like for the unaware buyer who's just like, okay, I have a motherboard for an AMD processor, let me just buy the newest one and put it in, it won't work most likely. Well, it won't work if it's not compatible. So that's where somebody like me comes in, where I'm able to provide that service for them. So if I do encounter that problem, then I ask them, okay, do you want the best processor from your platform, or do you want to do a whole platform swap, new motherboard and processor? Obviously the price will go up from there because you have to get a whole new motherboard, but sometimes that's a better option than just going for the best processor in that class. Because let's say I'd have to do a platform swap. Sometimes going for like a mid-range processor from that new platform is better than getting the best one from the old one, the old platform. So it's really just kind of linear in the way that it progresses. Like the best thing from last generation is sometimes not even as good as the mid-range from this generation. That's just kind of how it works. Like the I'll give you an example. The RTX 2080 Ti, that was like a $1,200 graphics card.
Yeah.
But now the RTX 3070, which is $500, is on par with that $1,200 graphics card. So in a way, things get better with technology as the years go on, but the price goes down. So you can't really justify getting the best of something that you already have, because even a lower level of something new could be better than the best that you don't even have already on the old little thing that you're trying to upgrade. So it really just depends, but that's what I'm trying to offer for people who don't know things like that. I can be able to provide that information for them and give them good quality upgrades to their computers and things like that, so that they get the best for what they're paying for. So yeah,
that's really cool.
That's really good.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm really impressed that you just go ahead and you just started this. This is really cool.
You think so?
Yeah. I never
help people.
I never really I never saw anything like this before.
So, what, like
a company that for cheaper parts or for cheaper computers.
Oh well, yeah. That's kind of the main draw, I guess I'd say I have for my service because obviously it's not gonna be like um overpriced like most PCs are. Like if even if you go on Amazon, you see like $800-900 pre-builds. Sometimes the parts can be really decently picked. Like for 900, I saw one where you get a really good AMD processor out right now that most people recommend when you build a computer. They recommend that one. And then there's like a RTX 2060. That's a really good pairing for that price point. But when you really go into the pictures, you can notice the lower quality parts that they use. Like there's even different tiers for specific parts as far as quality. Like graphics cards, they all have different brands, and depending on the brand, that kind of dictates the quality of it sometimes because they don't build them the same between the different brands of that graphics card. So you'll notice like a cheaper graphics card in there, even though it's one of the better ones out. And then the cables, you'll notice that they're like colored and all that. That indicates that it's a lower quality power supply, leading to possibly more instances of failure in the computer that you're not necessarily in control of. It's just over time that lower quality processor just wears out. Then you're wondering, oh, why'd my computer go bad? Well, even though you bought a computer for a reasonable price, the parts that they use were just so low quality that it didn't justify spending that much on it. So you end up losing money more than you thought you saved. That's where my service comes in because I try to um, price it to where obviously I make some type of profit on the computer, but I try to use the best quality parts that I can at the same time because that ensures stability in my brand and my business and just within me and my customers. Like um it really just lets them be more comfortable with getting products from me or even recommended it to people because if somebody gets computer built through me and they have a good experience with it, let's say they come across a friend or a family member and they're like, I might want a computer too, where'd you get yours? That's when they'll tell them about me and they had a good experience with me. That's why I'm trying to build a communication relationship first with customers before just jumping right into like prices or options and different things like that, because sometimes that kind of draws people away when you just start talking about prices and stuff. But if I can explain what somebody is getting and why it's worth the price that they're willing to spend, that really builds on the comfortability with somebody making a purchase through me and even future purchases because they know that I communicate what they're getting and why it's beneficial to them rather than just trying to get the sale already. So that's what I plan on doing. I use pretty good quality parts for the price and I try to keep the prices low. Obviously I do have really expensive stuff on my website, but that's just for like the higher end. Like if somebody just wants to go ahead and build the best computer possible right now, then they contact me and then okay, yeah, I can do that. But I also have stuff for the lower end, like people that just want business computers and stuff. It's not gonna play the latest games or anything, but for what they need it to do is at a still reasonable price. So that's what I try to target with my stuff, just a good price to performance ratio, I guess I'd say, and
Yep.
provide a good service for people. So yeah, um, I haven't like what I did. I think I mentioned on my website. If not, I'll just add it in. But for right now, I do just I charge up front for the computers because until I could build like a actual inventory of parts, like just in my workspace or whatever, where I just have them on hand. Right now, I do charge up front for people to be able to build the computer, and then I take whatever they pay me like total, and I put that into the parts and everything, and then whatever is left over once I get all the parts first, because I focus on that first, just getting that parts list and things like that. Then whatever's left of that, I just make that as my profit. So that's why I do charge up front, just simply until I can build my own inventory of parts, so I won't have to do that anymore. I'll just charge for whatever they want built, and then I just put it all in there and then I sell it to them. But that's what I do right now. I do have a couple people interested in computers right now. The hardest part is just I guess getting people to really be on board with it, because the people I have talked to, they do want it done. They just for some reason they haven't just came forward with it yet. Like one guy, I told him, I could do the computer and everything like that, and he's like, okay, well, I'll bring you the money and stuff. And it didn't end up happening. And I texted him. I was like, what happened to like you wanted your computer? He was like, oh well, because he didn't exactly have enough for what he wanted it to do. That's what I told him. I was like, well, you're giving me a good amount of money, right? But I don't want to cheap out on your parts either, because I could have taken that and just built him whatever and just sent him on his way. But again, that's not what I really want to do. So I told him, I was like, well, if you want it to be pretty decent, just kind of throw an extra $100 in, and I'll be able to really make it nice and be able to make profit for myself. He's like, okay, I will. And he told me he's still trying to get that extra 100 right now. So I guess he'd still end up wanting to do it. I'm not sure yet, hopefully, but he was going to be my first customer, which I was pretty excited for. But until then, I haven't made any direct sales yet, but that's why I'm hoping this would help and things like that, just kind of networking it out and getting it around to other people, so maybe they'll be interested or want a computer themselves and things like that. So yeah, like I said, I do fix phones and stuff too, and laptops, so that's another thing I plan to focus on. Like another guy I know, he needs his laptop fixed, and he asked me if I could the other day, but I was out of town. So like, I'm not in town right now. But now that I am, hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. And then, maybe that'll be my first sale, a laptop fix or something, because he needed a new screen. So, yeah, I'm planning to make this year mostly about building it up little by little, because that's all it's really about, is baby steps and things like that. So I'm just planning to build it up slowly and build, I guess you could say, like an audience for it, and then continue through there. I do have a YouTube page for it.
Okay, yeah.
Where I posted my first video, which is it's on my Instagram too. It's just a comparison.
Is it a commercial?
I guess you could say that it's comparing the speed of a hard drive versus a solid state drive, a SSD, and a computer, like two computers that I built. So it just highlights the difference in terms of how fast Windows loads and stuff, just to kind of show the difference between the speeds. And I guess it kind of is like a commercial. It kind of advertises why the SSD is better, it's faster and stuff, and I try to include that as a standard part in all of my computers. So most of the time, if you buy a pre-built from a company, if it's higher end, yeah, it'll have a SSD, but if it isn't, sometimes they just put a hard drive in there. Even though it has like really good parts and stuff, they'll still put just a hard drive in there, which, I mean, it's fine, it gets the job done. But if you could have a SSD in there as well, it gives you that quality of life, the better loading and just speed of your computer. It'll feel a lot faster and load things faster. And so that's a part that's like mandatory for all of my computers. Even if it's a business computer, the lowest end, I still put a SSD in there just so it can be, somewhat good quality. Like it has a good experience when you're just browsing it, and everything is just a lot faster than a traditional hard drive. So that's what I include in all my computers, and that's what I put at the end of the video, just to kind of like show people that watch it, like, okay, if you buy a computer from me, you're getting this like crazy difference in speed just from getting a computer built from me versus another company. So yeah, and in the video, The hard drive footage was actually sped up by 4, so like 400%, and it just really shows the difference in how fast it really is. And I have personal experience with it too. I have a SSD in my computer, and it's just crazy how fast it loads versus when I have my old computer, and how I'd have to sit there for a good like minute or so just to get it to
An
load.
hour.
It felt like it, yeah. So
I know how you feel.
yeah,
Like that's how much I want my computer to go fast.
yeah, that's what my mom said. I built her computer. She said she just wants it to be faster and stuff, and I was like, all right, yeah, I can do that. So I built hers with an SSD first, and that's kind of like just a key factor, especially in 2020. You know, it's all about how quick you can get things done. You know, just the ease of use, I guess you could say, with technology. You want it to be fast and accessible. So what better way to do it than just having faster parts in it? Like even when it comes to installing stuff, if you have a SSD, things install faster because it just can't write that data or that data to your drive a lot faster than it can a hard drive. So download speeds, loading, Windows, browsing the internet, all of that is just a lot faster with that type of technology, which again, I just put in every one of my computers just so I can just separate myself from different companies and what I do with my computers. So,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
thanks.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I can definitely tell you know your stuff. You know what you're
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
do.
I
Smarter than me
try.
on it.
I mean, I've been uh, researching and learning about this for a few years now, so it's
You're
all
like
kind of
a genius.
I don't know. I don't know about that. There's
Are you
definitely
sure? You're
yeah,
the one
there's
that's doing computers.
I mean, I guess, but there's a lot of people that know a lot more than me. I would say that I am pretty knowledgeable in this subject, but
Dude, you do
you know,
computers and fix them up.
yeah. I mean, I'm
That
glad
takes
you guys.
skills
Well,
and a mind.
Um, yeah, I know a lot about just that just from simply researching it and looking it up over the
Yeah,
years.
but no one's mind is really good at remembering it.
Yeah.
Donovan, how old are you?
I'm 18. I'm turning 19 actually.
I'm
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, don't just keep in
Yeah.
mind all the people that you say that may be knowledgeable or that have more are older and they've been where you are.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
definitely
Yeah,
true.
just think about it. All the big companies that you think right now,
you could be a
they all
prodigy, a computer prodigy.
That's true.
just
That's
think about
definitely
it. They
true.
all started in a garage. So
Yeah. Like a lot of the YouTubers that I mentioned that know more about me, they are in their like 30s and 40s. So I
yeah,
guess that makes sense.
yeah,
But
you're just starting out. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good
you're
way to look at
starting
it.
out from baby steps.
Yeah. I know a lot about it just from learning about it just in my free time and stuff over the years. I
You have
actually
a photographic memory.
uh I don't I mean, yeah, I guess in a way when it comes to this stuff I tend to remember it faster. Like other things I can't remember as well. But I guess it comes down to the passion for it. That's what helps me remember it like faster and keep it in my mind more. Because even with video games, that's kind of why I got into the computer stuff, because after playing them for so long on just like a PS4 or a PS3 and stuff, you know, you kind of want to take that next step and be like, okay, what more can I do? And then that got me into building my own computer, because I also studied the history of video games over time too. So that's pretty much my two main uh, things that I focus on: games and tech. Like I always research the history of video games, like the different consoles and stuff. And I was just telling somebody I know about how the PS1 started. It was just a project between Nintendo and Sony. They wanted to partner up and make a console, but with like a disc drive and stuff. And eventually Nintendo wanted to back away from it, so Sony just branched off and made the PS1. That's how PlayStation started. So things like that is what I tend to research because it's just fun to me. Like I don't necessarily like just regular history, like American history and stuff, is interesting. But I like the history of the things I have a passion for more, if that makes sense. So.
And the type of video games.
Like that I like, or like what do you mean? What did you ask me?
Either one you want.
Like my favorite types of video games is what you're asking, or
yeah,
what?
that's a good one, man.
All right, so my favorite type I would say is I would say I like the horror genre a lot. I don't necessarily like to play it by myself, but it is one of the more enjoyable like I guess genres out there, like horror, first person shooters, adventure games, stuff like that. Like
Avengers.
yeah, like I played the Avengers game.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, this is pretty good actually. I like it. And then I throw my RPGs in there like Cyberpunk and Fallout. Then there's like other games I like to play, like let me see, the Star Wars game, Jedi.
Oh, I love Star Wars.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, that was a great game. Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I heard a lot of great things from it. So
yeah, it's really good. It reminds me a lot of Dark Souls, which is another game series I like a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of where I usually stay as far as my gaming preferences, just like RPGs, FPSs, horror games, stuff like that. I have played pretty much everything in between though, like rhythm games and like let me see, like puzzle games. Like I've played a good amount of games in my life. That's why I have the taste that I do and like my little preferences and stuff. But yeah, it just all comes from the experience with it. Like I remember just having a Game Boy SP, and then I went to a DS, and then I went to a PS3 and stuff. Like it just kind of progressed over time, and I was exposed to more things. But yeah, that's usually where I like to stay around as far as my genres, like stuff like Minecraft. I really like that, like just adventure games and stuff, and survival and all that type of thing. So I also like fighting games too, like Mortal Kombat and
Oh, I love fighting.
yeah, that game, those games right there, Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
I love Injustice.
Yeah, they're really good. Tekken and stuff. Yeah, so I like games like that. Smash Bros. Yeah, that's all kind of things
And
I
Jump
like.
Start.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Hello, all anime characters could be teamed up together and beat up the bad aliens.
Yeah, I actually I played it before. It's like I like it, but it reminds me a lot of the Naruto.
Show?
Yeah, that, and then the Naruto games themselves.
I love Naruto.
Yeah, the Naruto games are really good.
Hello, Naruto is too funny.
Yeah.
Hello, remember he transformed himself into a girl?
Yeah,
and it says, "Hi, boy."
Yeah, it's called like the sexy jutsu or something.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't mention, that I am into anime and stuff, so like
that's just too funny.
Yeah. I like a lot of different things as far as anime though. Like I feel like that's what got me more into different types of games as well, because you see stuff like on an anime and then you kind of like that sort of genre that it's in, so you just branch out from it. Like I used to watch like ReZero and stuff, and that's like a fantasy type anime, so I got
Don't forget Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb. That's
not anime actually.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's animation.
Yeah, it's animation.
That's the same.
I mean, well, kind of, but anime is more associated with Japanese cartoons. So yeah,
why do people keep saying that?
I mean, that's how it is, man.
I know we're running out of time. I love talking to you.
Yeah.
I would love for you to come back.
We might have a part 2.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want me to, I can definitely see.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I'll definitely see you the next time.
Do you have any questions for us?
I mean, so just I guess you guys can tell me like quickly like what got you guys into the whole podcast.
Oh, tell them, Nolan.
Okay. So basically, our parents wanted us to meet each other because we have the same genetic disease order, MPS1. So that's why we look very similar.
Yeah.
So
why we look like twins.
My mom contacted his mom, and my mom gave me his info. So then the third person that we usually do this with, I don't know why I'm doing this. He's usually behind me. But so we used to do a video show together, Nolan and Wade, and I sent Caleb that link, and he immediately said we should do a podcast. The ironic thing was me and Wade actually joked about doing a podcast probably like 2 weeks earlier before that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we started doing this in the middle of the year, and we haven't stopped. So
I mean, as long as you guys enjoyed and everything.
Oh, we are. Awesome. And it was all my idea.
Yeah, but he doesn't make everything. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Donovan.
Ideas.
Thank you, Donovan, for coming on.
Thank you, Donovan.
No problem.
You guys can listen to this on Spotify, YouTube, Google, iTunes, all that fun stuff.
And Podbean.
Yeah, Podbean as well.
All right.
And check out our website soon to be.
I will. Just send me the link and everything. And
yeah, we're still working on that. So.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Check out our Facebook page and Instagram page.
All right, just send me all that. I'll follow it and everything like that, and I'll once you guys get the podcast up and everything, I'll post it on my story.
It should be up to tomorrow.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll post it and everything. But thank you guys.
All right, thank you guys for listening and watching, and Happy New Year, and hope 2021 is better than last year. So, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, thanks.
Yeah, see you later, man.